I've been reading the Quran as a non-Muslim, and I would like to share some things with people who may not know anything about Islam. Full disclosure, I do not know a lot about Muslims or the Islamic religion, but I thought it was a good time to share about it. I think a lot of people live in ignorance and do not know anything about Islam. I definitely did not know anything about them before this summer. Then I ended up going to Malaysia and learning a lot about Islam. I went to a mosque and learned a lot, and I picked up a Quran there and I started reading it because I said, hey, I don't know anything about this religion, let me learn. It's been 5 months since then, so I wanted to share a bit about what I've learned, a lot of similarities between Islam and Christian religions. I wanted to share, like I said, this is going to be the most basic knowledge that I have, but because it's so easy to just know about something but not know anything from it. For example, before I learned anything about Islam, I just knew that they were the people who wore hijabbed, and I was like, that's cool, I guess. Also, the Quran is supposed to be in Arabic. It's not supposed to be it's translated in English, but that doesn't mean it's the proper translation. So like I said, if any of this is incorrect, or I'm saying it wrong, correct me. This is not perfect information, okay guys, this is basic stuff. One of the main things I want to talk about here is how a lot of people, especially since 9/11, believe that Islam is violent. So let's talk about this. Fun fact, I feel like every other page in the Quran mentions how they are peace-loving people, how they're here to not cause trouble, they're here to believe in God and spread peace, not fighting. The actually one Islamic group that had the attack on 9/11 was a fraction of less than 1% of the Islamic religion. Most other people are going to believe in peace, in loving other people, and doing their best to spread Allah's goodwill, not attacking people. Another thing that I think it totally sucks, but a lot of people have the misconception of how women are treated in the Islamic religion. A lot of people think that women do not have rights, or that they're forced to wear hijabs and things like that. So let's talk about that. I actually talked pretty in depth with one of the people at a mosque about this because I was really curious, since it is really commonly believed that women are oppressed in this religion. But essentially, it is a woman's choice in devotion to God. It is how she shows that devotion. They are not forced to wear hijabs. It is their choice, no one else's choice. A lot of people believe that men have the dominance over women, and I think that is actually incorrect. So reading in the Quran, yes, there are passages where it's a men and women's jobs in household and such like that. But it is very clearly stated how men are supposed to respect their wives. Wives do have the ability to divorce their husbands if they're treating them wrong. They have that ability. They have advocates. There's advocates for them, and they are not forced into this. Their relationships are supposed to be loving. Unlike a lot of people think it's arranged, or it's it's abusive. No, it is written in the Quran that their husbands are to be respectful, and if the woman is unhappy, he has to work to make her happy. It is stated in the Quran that women have their own financial money, essentially they have their own bank accounts. A lot of people a woman in Islam is fully reliant on a man. No, in there it is literally written that the men have to let women have their own financial stability, so that if she needs to get out of a dangerous situation, she can do that because she has her own money and her own autonomy. Anyways, I just wanted to share a couple of these things, just because there's a lot of misconceptions out there, or people just don't take time to learn things. I get that. I'm not going to be judging people for oh, how dare you don't learn anything about that. But I think we often forget that these differences we create between us can be easily solved. We are not so different from other cultures, other religions, other races, and I think it sucks that sometimes we just don't take any time to learn about that. So for my two people who watch this, if you're ever thinking you are so different from someone, maybe take 10 seconds to do a quick search up about them. Pick up their book. You might learn something, or you might realize just how in common you are with them. Personally, myself, I'm from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and learning about Islam, we actually have so much in common with them, like my religion and theirs, and I think that is so cool, and a lot of people like just would not realize how much we have in common. So maybe go learn more about Islam. They're pretty cool. Anyway, so I guess my whole point of this is just take time to learn about other people.